Hi guys, how are you? So I'm super excited. I just received my friend's newest oracle deck. It's called Shadow of the Light Oracle by Diana from My Spiritual Love. I will list her information down below. That way you can, purchase her deck if you are interested in it. This is going to be what type of shadow work the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine has been recently experiencing. Okay, so it is general, so it may or may not resonate with you. Okay, so the first one we have here is trapped in the mind space, repeating patterns, overthinking. So feminine, some of you guys have been consistently overthinking a situation that has become very overtaking, to a point where you just feel stuck and trapped, replaying a situation all over and over again in your mind, and making you brainstorm and overanalyze and overthink to a point where it just makes you exhausted, where your defenses are down and you're just like, I'm tired. You could be mentally and emotionally drained. And then we have heartbroken and lonely. So some of you guys have been feeling super, super heartbroken, probably missing your person. Maybe things are not working out. Something has not happened yet. And you're just feeling very, very upset. Very, I almost want to say abandoned, but not abandoned. So then we have sadness and crying. Like I said, some of you guys are drowning in your emotions right now, feeling very upset about, your divine masculine. Maybe there is just it's probably just not working out the way you'd hope for, or it's not meeting your expectations the way you thought. This woman is underneath the water, so this could be like a drowning of emotions, or just feeling under the weather due to this overthinking and very exhausted like energy. Next to that, we have lust and sexual healing. So a lot of you guys have been, celibate for quite some times, where you haven't had sex for a while and you are just emotional, a hot mess and grouchy, and you just want the dangling. You just need it. Chakra, sacral chakra activation to the highest level possible, where you just need that sexual healing. Maybe you have been highly lusting after your person, or maybe you feel like, oh my God, I'm lusting after someone who's not my divine masculine. What's going on with me? Yada, yada, yada. And it's okay. It does not make you a bad person. You could always self-pleasure. Okay, so then we have, I feel guilty standing up for myself. So feminines, don't ever feel guilty for setting up boundaries for yourself, for anybody around you, even if it's for your masculine, friends, family, coworkers, etc. Some of you maybe have been feeling guilty because, hey, if you're going through all this shadow work energy, and then afterwards you're like, damn, I feel down now. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have acted that way. When really, it's really not a big deal. But to you, you're not used to feeling or acting in that way. So it makes you feel guilty. And Spirit wants you to know that you should not feel guilty for it, because that's self-love, standing up for yourself. Of course, you don't have to do it in a way where you're acting like an asshole, because that's different. But know how to and try to control your emotions. And then we have shady silent treatment. So some of you have been either silencing yourself from communicating with your masculine, because maybe you're in this stage or in the phase of, I don't want to talk to them. I want to treat them like they treated me. I want to rebel against them. And you're just in this shady energy. Let me tell you something, that's going to pass. It's not always going to be there. You might even feel bad afterwards, but you have to experience that so that you can overcome it. Then we have shedding painful layers. So yeah, exactly. You're definitely in the phase of, I just want to rage or punch a punching bag, or I just want this to be over, and I wish I never met them, or all those, dark, shadowy, negative thoughts that run through your mind that have to be there So like I said, so you can overcome them. But some of you guys are definitely shedding old skin. It's kind of like the snake sheds its old skin. And it is painful. It is, you know, it could put you in a state of melancholy and, you know, very, very exhausting energy. But you will recover and will overcome that. And the last one we have is my deepest fear is being abandoned. So that right there is something you must overcome. And maybe it has something to do with like childhood wounds or abandonment issues from childhood, or even a past life memory. But this is something you might have to go through so that you can learn how to be okay with yourself, that independence that you need. Okay, feminine, so this is what we got for your side, masculines. Dun, dun, dun. So what we have here is ignorant and denial. So masculines right now are in their ignorant stage or phase where they could be very much in denial about things that are wrong with them, or things that, you know, wounds that they have, and maybe family and friends recognize and bring that up to the masculine, like, yo, you got some issues, and they're like, nah, I'm good, ain't nothing wrong with me. But that's just them being in denial, and they could be hiding themselves from it and acting very ignorant about it. But deep down, they know they got some issues they got to work on. Then we have chained and unable to cut loose. So yeah, they're still holding on to something that they feel like they have completely let go of, but they're still holding on to it. It could be a grudge. It could be, you know, some type of pain or anger issues that they have, anything like that, that they need to detach themselves from. And then we have past life karma. So yeah, maybe they're still unable to cut loose with things that they are connected to with their past life. And they're having to go through it in this lifetime. It's really complicated. And I feel like a lot of the masculines have kind of like dusted under the rug because they don't want to deal with it, like because they're in denial. They don't want to believe it's true or it's so. And some of them are with karmic partners or karmic situations, like a karmic job that they hate. But maybe they treated someone like trash in their past life, and now it's happening to them in this life. You know, it's like you carry on the karma, in other words, and different lifetimes. So then we have here a neglected and outsider. So your masculine could have childhood neglected issues. Maybe they felt like they never fit in, or they felt like they were left behind in some type of way. They didn't get the attention they needed from their parents, and it stuck to them. And maybe that's why they carry around that type of attitude. Not all of them are like that, okay? Only some people, but nobody wants to talk about it or admit to it. Or a lot of them don't even know that it's there or that it needs healing. So that's something that they are also struggling with, okay? And then we have rage and blurry. A lot of them are not able to see the type of damage that they are doing to people that they love, especially their feminine. They're not able to see it because there's this huge fog that's causing confusion, and it's clouding their perception. And whenever someone, brings a certain thing up, it triggers them, and they act in such rage, and they can't handle it. And that's something they have to overcome. But, family members or whatever will pinpoint it, or feminine, you will pinpoint it at them, and they hate it. They don't want to have to do the healing work because it's too much for them. To them, they're like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. It's you. But that's just them, lying to themselves. Deep down inside, they have SOS, needing help. So if they're acting in this type of, energy, deep down inside, they're screaming for help because they have deep-rooted issues. And they maybe ask for help in their own type of way, which is, anger issues, or, PTSD, or, I was going to say mind control, but not mind control. I don't know why I said that. Maybe even mind control, but personality disorders as well. So deep down, they know they need help and they're screaming out for help, but in their own way. And then we have lessons, completing cycles. So this is something they might be wrapping up. There's a lesson here that they are wrapping up. They're completing it and they have learned it. And through the process, you probably picked up their energy in some type of way, because feminines, you guys shedding painful layers, and then they have rage and blurry here. So I don't know. It just, to me, it feels like it coincides a little bit. And then we have restoring faith and hopeful and reclaiming power. So the masculines are definitely, with this chapter wrapping up, the shadow work that they are completing, it's helping them restore their faith again in love and in themselves. And it's also helping them to be confident enough to step up and reclaim the power that was always there, but they just didn't want to reach for it or didn't think they had. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys want to purchase my friend's deck, I will link it down below. Bye.